This is Apple's Lightning charger cable, and it hasn't changed in 10 years. But the EU wants Apple to change that and adopt a more universal cable. Enter USB-C. Apple has been fighting it. Let's talk about why that is and how the company's going about it. USB-C is a free open standard supported by a network of more than 700 companies. It's even supported by Apple. Then why is Apple the only company that hasn't added it to its smartphones? The company switched from this 30-pin connector to Lightning in 2012. At the time, Lightning was groundbreaking, but as the years went on, a shift happened. Lightning started to fade as most new iPads and all of Apple's new Macs got USB-C ports. Now, just a couple of Apple products still have Lightning ports. And most importantly, iPhones, Apple's most popular product. The EU argues that it's both expensive and inconvenient for consumers to have to carry multiple chargers for multiple devices. And so now policymakers are proposing a shift, one that would require iPhones sold in Europe to have a USB-C port. That legislation, if passed this year, would give companies 2 years to make the change. For Apple to meet that deadline, the company would already need to be working on a USB-C iPhone or figure out another way out. Now, there is a precedent for this situation. In 2009, tech companies and the EU reached a voluntary agreement. And because of that, micro USBs became a lot more common.
In 2009, we had more than 30 charging solutions. Currently, we have only 3 main possibilities.
In 2019, the EU said that removing all of these exclusive chargers would save around 13,000 tons of electronic waste per year.
Electronic waste is still one of the fastest growing waste streams, which makes this type of waste prevention particularly important.
So why is Apple fighting all of this anyway? Analysts tell me it comes down to 3 main things: money, control, and design. Apple makes money from all of the Lightning cables it sells, and it also makes money on non-Apple products made by third parties that go through its Made for iPhone program. And then there's control. Without the Lightning cable, Apple doesn't have as much control over its ecosystem.
Apple learned the hard way with the 30-pin when they discontinued that. That ended up causing some angst with the Apple users. They moved too quickly away from that. So Apple wants to not go too fast.
And lastly, experts tell me that the Lightning port allows Apple to make slimmer phones with a more compact opening.
It's smaller, which gives them more flexibility to design other things into the iPhone. And even though it may seem like not a big piece of it, every little piece counts when it comes to miniaturizing what's in the phone.
Apple said in a statement, "We remain concerned that strict regulation, mandating just one type of connector, stifles innovation rather than encouraging it, which in turn will harm consumers in Europe and around the world." But what happens if the EU actually succeeds? Clearly, switching an iPhone from one charging standard to another isn't impossible. This college student studying robotics even did it.
This is it, people, the world's first USB-C iPhone. But watch this.
Apple has another option for getting around USB-C. Every single iPhone since the iPhone 8 supports Qi wireless charging. If Apple created iPhones that didn't have a single port but supported wireless charging, the company would get around the EU's plans. But today, there's an engineering problem.
You're getting speed charges that are 5-10 times longer when you compare to the faster charging cables today.
If the EU has its way, Apple might have to create a specialized iPhone just for Europe, or change all of its smartphones globally. But frankly, I'd be happy to not have to carry around so many cables to charge my devices, or have to try to figure out which end of the cable goes where. If you want to find out more about what Apple or other smartphone makers are working on, subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section what you think I should look into next.